Hey everybody, how's everyone doing? With the government shutdown and the November SNAP benefits not being paid out, which we are a family that receives SNAP, I'm going to show you what I'm planning on doing for meals for the next couple of days. It is food bank week, so I'll have that stuff to help stretch the budget a little bit. And I do have a plan of $30 a week for food for a family of three, so that breaks down to $10 per person. And every time I get paid or receive a child support check, I'll just take $30 out of that and put it in an envelope. So when I need stuff, I can just go grab what I need. And I also do get daily tips. So every day I work, I'll also put money into that envelope to help stretch just in case I do go over $30. But whatever money's not spent, I'll put back in the envelope for future uses. So I'm going to basically show you now what I'm going to do for meals. But down here in the drawer, I do have some shredded cheese. There's some American cheese slices under that. And then we have mozzarella cheese from our previous recipe. Then I do have these 2 clear containers and this carton of eggs. We have a cottage cheese doubles for my son that he needs to use up. I have a big container of butter. We have some chicken drumsticks that I pulled out of the freezer. This drawer is empty right now. I'm going to show you the sauce I'm going to try to use with those chicken drumsticks. I do have some half and half from that was meant for another recipe, but I forgot I had it. But the recipe came out perfect. We also have a pouch and 2 jars of homemade applesauce. I do reuse what I can, so that's why some of it is in the peach jar. And I bought these Baby Brezza food pouches at a flea market. So instead of buying Go-Go Squeeze, I'll just make my homemade applesauce and use those. Then we just have some duck sauce and pasta sauce we need to use up. Then on the door here, we have a lonely bottle of ketchup down there. Again, don't mind the mess, I'm not done cleaning it. Then we have some butter in there. And then we have just some mayonnaise, jelly, and some sweet relish, which we aren't people to use relish all like that, but we do use it for one thing I make, which is the tuna fish and noodles with mayonnaise and sweet relish. And then up in the freezer, let's see here, I gotta get rid of this bag right here, excuse me, but I do have these rolls that I found in my deep freezer not too long ago, so I'm going to save those for Thanksgiving because we're going to go to my mom's house, and I think there's like 5 left in there, which would be good because there's only 4 of us. Then I have 3 bags of this Gia Russa stuffed rigatoni. The package says 2.2 servings per bag. There is 3 of us, so I'm going to make all 3 bags in case anybody's hungry. I can use the last little bit of that pasta sauce in their fridge to go with that. I do have about a cup of pumpkin puree right here because I made I made something with pumpkin the other day and I didn't use, I think it was the pumpkin pie for my son's birthday. I didn't use all of that, so I just froze it for future uses. And then this is some frozen waffles that I got on sale. Then I believe this is some frozen strawberries we can use for a smoothie. Again, don't mind the mess in the freezer. I didn't get a chance to clean it yet. Back here, these 4 containers, those are some meal prep items that I made for my son. Even though the kids get free lunch at school, sometimes he likes to pack his lunch, so that's what I did. Do have a box of egg rolls my daughter can use with that duck sauce. We have another pack of chicken drumsticks. These I got, this one and the one in the fridge, I got for 99 cents a pound. So they were like $2 and change each. This package right here, this is a ham steak that I got for 75 cents at the Dollar Tree. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. Then we have this packet right here with the green. That is the sweet apple chicken sausage. Usually when I make that, I usually pair it with some rice and then a can of corn. Then I have this big bag of garlic chicken, bird's eye skillet meal stuff, which just is big enough to do 2 meals for my 2 kids and I. Then I have 3 pork loins. These are the pre-seasoned ones, and I try to stock up on these when I find them on sale, because only my son will eat them. So I'll cook it in a slow cooker, and then I'll divvy it up between those black containers with some rice and a veggie. Then these are my son's honey barbecue wings. There's a little bit left in there. We do have some bagels. I do work at a bagel shop, so once we close, we are allowed to take some bagels from what's left over. So I have them in case we want to make like a breakfast sandwich or a cream cheese bagel, and sometimes we'll do like bagel pieces with that. Then right here I have a green pepper and 2 tomatoes I got from the food bank last time I went. And then we have this bag of orange chicken. I'm going to do that for dinner one day with some rice. Then right here I have 2 packs of naan bread. You see they're kind of long. There's 2 in each one. These I usually use to make like garlic bread out of. Then we have like this little pizza size one. Again, I'll use that for pizza, or I'll make that into the garlic bread. Now I'm going to take you guys over to the pantry to see what we have over there. First, before I get to the pantry, I do have this little cart right here. It's like a microwave cart. One day my kids and I were taking a walk on trash day, so we end up spotting this. We brought it home and cleaned it up. But I usually try to keep some fast quickie stuff for the kids. Down here is basically my son's ramen noodles and noodle cups. Because he is a growing boy, if I buy ramen noodles for my daughter or myself, we have to hide those in our rooms. So these ones are for him, because we do first to eat certain ramen noodles. So that's why we keep them stashed. We have a single bag of chips that nobody's eating. We have some applesauce that I got at a Bet and Dent store for 99 cents. Then my son likes these Ritz crackers for when he wants to make like homemade Lunchables for his school lunch. Then here we have some cup macaroni and cheese, so the kids can pop that in the microwave real quick. My son does like these tuna fish pouches for his lunch, so I always try to keep a couple of those on hand. Then we have a Dinty Moore beef stew. Those usually I get from my mom, because when she goes to her food bank, there's some items she's given but she can't have because of her health issues or because she doesn't like it, so she'll just give it to us. Especially that naan bread in the freezer, we also got that from my mom. She does live in a 55 and over community apartment building, so what she calls the bread lady comes every Sunday and drops bread items off at the where they do the Meals on Wheels food, because they have like a little cafeteria where they cook the Meals on Wheels food. But whatever isn't being taken, she'll grab it for me and the kids and just hold off until I get there to pick it up. Then that little black bowl, that is some Gushers. We have pudding cups, and we got those chocolate chip chewy bars. But now we're going to go over to the pantry. Okay, here's my pantry. It is a little bit dark because there is no light over here. But down here, this white bucket is filled with rice. Then that Coffee Mate coffee creamer container. I think that is homemade pancake mix. I'm not sure. I forget. Then we do have a couple boxes of pasta on top of that. This blue bucket, that is rice. I did buy 2 20-pound bags of rice at a Bet and Dent store for $5 each. And also I get rice from the food pantry as well. So I'll just open the bag up and then throw it in there. Then this is a box of sprinkles. For some reason, some of the Dairy Queen or some of the, I forget, my truck driver accidentally gave us something for another store. I forget where he said it was for, But these are sprinkles, and of course my job couldn't send them back, so my boss told me to take them home so she didn't have to throw them out. Let's see, I'll get a little bit low here for you guys. We do have 2 lonely cans of tuna fish I got on sale recently for 79 cents. And this is what I do with that tuna noodle casserole that I make on the stovetop with the mayonnaise and the sweet relish I just showed you guys. See here. Then this is gonna sound weird, but I do stock up on like quick oats and rolled oats. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 right there in the back. We have 5. There's that red top one. That's 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we have 8 containers of quick oats. So these are for if I make like granola bars or overnight oats, baked oatmeal, stuff like that. We do have this box of pound cake I got at a Bet and Dent store for 89 cents. I keep on forgetting I have it, so I am going to get some strawberries and some whipped cream to make that for dessert one day. We have another jar of this duck sauce for my daughter. We got this one and the other one from a Bet and Dent store for $2.99 each. Then this is Rice-A-Roni, which I got that one, and I got a couple others I can show you. But these were on sale recently for 10 for 10. So I grabbed 10 of those, and then we end up using one already. We have some fettuccine noodles. So if my daughter wants to make like Alfredo, sometimes she just does the sauce in the noodles. We got some spaghetti. Then down here we just have some little variations of vegetables, which this one can go over here. Then we have a jar of dandelion jelly from a farm that we visit in Ohio. Then let's see here. We got the mango salsa and a pineapple salsa. So one day I'm going to try to make some homemade tortillas and then make the tortilla chips out of that, so we can use some of that salsa up. Sorry about the weird shot right there. Then down here, it's like a hot Mod Podge of stuff like in this corner. I tried organizing it as best as I could, but we have more product than we have room. So right here is basically this row right here where I'm putting my hand. This is like usually where I put all my cream of whatever soups, like the cream of celery, cream of chicken, cream of mushroom, so on and so forth. You might see some other ones various spots. Here I try to put my tomato soup and my chicken noodle soup, which the tomato soup I usually use for this cheeseburger bacon pasta dish I make. We have another celery or cream soup. Then we have some more canned vegetables and some canned potatoes. We have some chicken broth back there. Here's some more of that Rice-A-Roni I just showed you that I told you I got for 10 for 10. I'm trying to move stuff around so I can show you guys. Then we have this jar right in front of us. This one is an apple pie filling, and this one is a peach filling. I am saving these for the holidays so I can make like an apple pie or a peach pie. Back here, some more chicken noodle soup and another jar of pasta sauce. Another box of Rice-A-Roni that just fell. Some more chicken noodle soup. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, back there we have some tomato sauce. Those little cans I try to use for when I make my homemade pizzas, because we don't like too much sauce on our pizza. So half a can will be good for 2 pizzas. Sorry, I just dropped cans. Those were just some more carrots and another can of cream of mushroom soup. We got this bag of coffee from the food bank. We have some Italian seasoning that shouldn't be here. And then all this stuff is mainly more like cream of whatever soup, some more vegetables, tomato products, potatoes. We have an apple butter back there. I think I got that for a recipe. And there's some cooking spray back there. Then up here we have some more cream of mushroom soups. We have some crackers. We have another bag of oatmeal that I don't have room for in the things. There's a couple of these. There's this one, and all the way in the back is this sweet and sour sauce. I want to use one of these with those drumsticks that are in the fridge. Then I have 5. What is it? Wrong side. Okay, so I have 5 boxes of this 3-count rice, and this one only has 1 bag in it, so it's a little over 5 boxes. We have this little can of pineapple slices I got at a Dent store for 40 cents. And then I'm going to use that to make a barbecue Hawaiian pizza one day. Here's some more rice I need to throw into the bucket. We have some like little random Giarusa soups. So if my kids get sick or they don't know what they want to eat, they can just make that. This was actually a mistake. I made these great meatballs the other day. This is the one I originally ordered, but they said that they couldn't load it into my cart. So I had to pick another one, and then somehow I ended up getting both of them. There's another jar of pasta sauce, and some of those, camera's not focusing. There you go. The ring of noodles, I got those at a Benton Dent store for 50 cents each. And I think there is 6 of them. I got those mac and cheeses on clearance for 37 cents. And this is just a big old bag of jasmine rice. There's some more of those soups, another pasta sauce. And over here in the corner, we just have some random condiments like ketchup and mayonnaise. Up here, that big bottle on the back, that is apple cider, so I can make these donut muffins. I have 4 boxes of this onion soup mix. Not sure what I'm going to use for that, but I can probably find something to do with it. That's another thing of sauce and 2 more jars of dandelion jelly. So you know I'm not joking because people don't believe me about the jelly. We have some elbow noodles. We have molasses. More of the rice-a-roni. It's some self-rising flour. Barbecue sauce. The yellow bag is actually cornmeal that I got from my mom. Because when people at her building purchase things, they change their mind and then they throw it into the laundry room. There's some cake flour back there. There you go. Then up here is just my odds and ends. There's some big bags of coffee. Back up, don't mind the cobwebs. There is some ice maker ice up there. There's some graham cracker crumbs, marshmallows, and in that Krusteaz box there is 2 bags of what's it called? Cornbread. Now I want to show you what I'm about to make for dinner, as well as some other items. Okay, over here is my baking cabinet. Self-explanatory. These little applesauce cups, they're the unsweetened applesauce that I get from the food bank. Nobody's going to use it, so I just put them in here for like an egg substitute if I run out of eggs. There's cornmeal and cocoa powder and extra tea bags at the top, and as you see, a mix of different kinds of baking supplies. Over here is just my spice cabinet. Usually I buy my spices in bulk, so I put those in mason jars to try to free up some room from the big containers. And then for dinner, I found, since you see I didn't have that much meat in the freezer, I found a recipe for potato soup. It called for 4 medium potatoes, but this is all I have. I'm going to try to make that stretch. If I need more potatoes, I do have more in the canned potatoes in the pantry. And that also calls for salt, pepper, 2 cans of cream of chicken soup, some dill weed, some onions, bacon, and milk. And then in this cookbook right here, I got this at one of those little library box things, and there's a recipe in there for biscuits. So for that, I believe it calls for milk. We have some shortening here. This one I got to use up. There's only a little bit left in here. But if I need more, I have this one. Then also calls for buttermilk, which I do not have. But I do have this buttermilk powder, so I can make some of that up real quick. Also calls for salt, baking powder, and baking soda. So that is what I'm working with right now, and we'll be back at another time to show you food bank hauls and my $30 a week grocery shop. You guys have a nice day.